What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the Apache Halloween YouTube channel, and in today's video I will be unboxing and showing you guys the 2010 Caged Beast from Spirit Halloween. So before I set him up, I'd like to say one thing, and that is this guy's in really good shape. When I first went over to see the animatronic, I was amazed to see that all of his latex is in really good cosmetic shape. Like, this guy was around when Barack Obama was on his first term. I mean, like, this thing's really old. And the condition that every single latex piece is in is surreal. The person took a really good job of taking care of him. But without further ado, let's open it up and see what's inside. I mean, just look at this box. Like, very minimal wear and tear, only on the corners, which is to be expected for something of this age. But like, everything is in really clean shape. I'm really amazed on how nicely this copy of it is. So let's open it up. Just some pieces of tape here that I put on just to keep it closed. I think the packaging tape, even though it covers up the box, I think it protects it, like keeping the box structurally strong. So I just cut those open, and here's the inside. Wow. So I'm gonna flip it this way. First thing I see is the rope. I think this is to hang it, I believe. Maybe not, I'm not sure. Here's the actual container. It's just fabric material, but these buttons seem like they're like felt, not felt, but like foam, I think. Looks like it's in really good shape. You can see right here. What does it say? Beware animal or something? Beware live animal. Like, that's really cool. This is in really good shape. Next up is the head. Here it is. It's in its own plastic bag as well. Look at that. Like, that is really good. I've seen a lot of them where this part is totally worn out because it's like keeps banging into the metal poles of the cage. There's not any chips on this. Nothing. The paint is all there. The latex feels great. All squishy. It feels like it's brand new. But it's not. It's 12 years old. Next up is the actual main base with the mechanism and everything. Not the base, but the body with the mechanism. Most people might think like there's a mechanism piece down here that pivots and makes him thrash back and forth. It's not. It's in the arms. I was interested when I first saw that too. The arms move, and that's what makes him thrash back and forth. But there that is, and he also has his Try-Me plug and power cord right there. The next thing are, I think these are his hands. Here's one hand. Again, immaculate shape. Like, it's really squishy. Feels like new. But there's the one hand. Here is the other hand. Again, very nice, squishy latex. I love to see it. Next are his wooden boards, I would say. Here's the first one. This one is the bottom one, and it has the legs mounted to it. Now, this is the only thing that's a little on the rougher side. The wood is starting to warp. I don't know if you can see that. The wood is warping like this, and that's like the only thing that's really bad with this thing. But other than that, it's great. But you have to position the legs. Since it's in storage, it sits a little funny, but not worried about that. We'll get that figured out. There's even this old box that has all the hardware in it still with the old bags. This is really cool. So that's hardware. Here is the top board, and it has the LEDs on it, the green LEDs, I believe. We have all the pieces of metal that you have to screw together. This is probably the hardest part of the setup. You have to line it all up, but I'll take on the challenge. We'll get it done. And then last but not least, there's chain in here. I'm assuming this might be the stuff that makes them hang. I'm not sure what the rope is for then, but this is the chain. And that is everything that's in the box. Completely empty. So let's get into the setup of this guy. So according to the instruction, it's telling me to first thread 2 of these guys together to make one larger one. So that's what I'll do. I'll check back with you when I'm done with that. So I opened that white box, and inside there are a bunch of these nuts, probably for the threading for the poles. There is this bag that's labeled spare parts. Look at that, very cool. Bunch of spare extra parts for you. And then this says for body. So this must be for the pivoting point on the body. But look at, that's just cool. So it's saying to make sure that the nuts on the top of the poles are all level. So when you slide on the top piece of wood, it slides on nice and level. So that's what I'm doing right now. Making sure everything is lining up properly, or close enough. I can't imagine it having to be super accurate. And that there is also 2 sizes of nuts. So I'm going to take, there's a, I guess a shorter nut, and then there's a taller nut. I'm going to take the shorter nuts and thread them on the insides of the cage, and then I'll use the larger ones for the outside. Alrighty, so now I'm going to take these rods and put them through the base. This is probably the hardest part. You need to then put a nut on the bottom of them, secure it in place. Just gonna hand tighten it. It's not, I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. But I have to do that 7 times. All the metal poles are connected. Now I'm going to put on the top piece of wood. So once you have this on, you want to make sure all these are level at the same place, so none is one higher than the other. So that, I'm pretty happy with it. This looks pretty good right now. Next thing I'm going to do is put the nuts on top of all these to secure it all in place. So all these top nuts are on. So now I'm going to take this chain, and these chains go on the end poles at the top here. And then you're going to put another nut on top of them. This one seems a little low. I might bring the rod up. So that nightmare is over. Now I'm going to take the pole and mount it to this base piece right here on the wood. And I believe I'm supposed to use something in this small 4-body bag. Now, not sure how exactly it goes on, but I guess I'll find out. There are 3 screws here. So I'm assuming this has to slide through. Yeah, okay. All right, I got it. Okay, so as you can see, it pivots now, which is good. That's what we want. Now I'm going to take his arms and mount these together. These seem pretty simple. Now for the other hand. Just like slides right in. Put the screw on and tighten the screw. Now I'm going to take the sleeves and just pull the sleeves over so nothing is shown. And there's this wire. I'm just going to probably just wrap it around this. I don't know how else you're supposed to make it inconspicuous. I'm just going to do that. And then the other wire somewhere here. And then all I gotta do is take the head and pop it right in, typical YJ. And you got this piece to hide the neck area. So that looks pretty good. I think I'm going to now hang it up so I can put the Velcro on. All right, so this rope is meant to like hang him, but the thing is like the wingspan of me. So like if I were to hang it, it would literally like be touching the ground. So I got rid of this. This is like for people with like really tall ceilings, I guess. I got rid of that and just had it hung up by the chain. I really hope that thing doesn't fall out. But it hasn't yet. So let's see if I can finish the video before it does. This thing is really heavy to me. I don't know about the hook. So I'm going to start to put on the actual felt cage material thing, whatever it is. Oh my God. I'm gonna be honest with you, I really don't know how this is supposed to go. This thing is the most difficult animatronic I've ever had to set up. I'm trying to put the main box sheet thing over it, and I start to look at the instructions. I lied. I didn't look at the instructions. I just went in blindly. But even when I look at the instructions, it just says here, secure all Velcro strips together. There's nothing. Doesn't say how. Just says secure it. So I first tried to put it together up here. I think I filmed that. Then I brought it down and was trying to put it together, and I struggled. It probably took me 15 minutes to put this thing on. Like I said, this is the most difficult animatronic ever. And I'm not even done. Not even done. I just find out that there's more Velcro right here that I should put on. So I guess I'll get back to you then. Okay, so he was all set up. I finished Velcroing the strips, and then I ran the power cord out the back, and he looks pretty good. Let's see if he works.
Please, flee from here now! You've been warned! Get out! Run!
Perfect. Pretty cool. Very difficult to set up. This thing took me about an hour and a half to put together. Very lengthy and a lot of little things that you gotta be aware about. But that's all over now. So let's go into the demo and show him in all of his glory.
Let me out of here! Let me out! I can still be saved! Please, flee from here now! You've been warned! Get out! Run!
There he is, the 2010 Spirit Halloween Caged Beast. It's very freaky, like just the noise and the sounds that he makes is really eerie to me, and I really like it. I think this will go great in the haunted house next year. If you are someone who finds setting up things not your strong suit, like setting up an animatronic, this might be a little difficult for you, but you know what? I believe in you. I believe you could do this. I did it. And if I could do it, anyone could do it. So That's the only downside I think with this guy, but his overall appearance is really good. His sounds are really good. The audio, I mean, is really good. But that's all I really got to say about this guy. I really love the details, the little attention to details, like these little like rivets to keep him in the cage, like he's some really dangerous animal. It's really cool, and it's real metal for a decent amount. Real metal, real wood, no plastic. Really good. They don't make them like this anymore, guys. That is about the end of this video. I want to say thank you all so much for watching. It is greatly appreciated if you made it to the end. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video.